Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today guys, we're diving down into the charts to take a look at what has been going on with XRP. This year is going to mark a big year for Ripple and the SEC lawsuit, which will have an impact on the price action of XRP. So we want to kind of get a good gauge of what is going on right now, what we could expect to happen in the short term, and then we'll talk a little bit around what's going on in the future as well. As we get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then do go ahead and subscribe. Tap the bell, select all notifications, and you will not miss another video update. Right, with all that said, done, and out of the way, let's jump on down to the desktop and take a look at what is going on here. And guys, on that note, I'm pleased to say that this video has been sponsored by Crypto.com, the world's fastest growing crypto app. With over 10 million users worldwide, you can buy and sell over 250 cryptocurrencies at the true cost. And of course, you know, there are many functions and features with Crypto.com above and beyond that you normally get with just an exchange, but they also have a fantastic NFT platform as well as launching a Chronos. Now, the main reason for the video is really to talk about some of the fantastic things that you can do using their debit card. Now, I've got a little page here. I'll just open that up. So basically, they have a prepaid debit card. I'm not sure of how many people are familiar with this, but basically what you can do is you can top this up with cryptocurrency or you can top it up with fiat, and basically allows you to earn cash back on your everyday expenses. This is absolutely fantastic to kind of help look after the portfolio a little bit more than you might already be doing so. So for example, me and Chris, we use these Crypto.com cards pretty much for everything from the grocery shopping all the way through to buying, computers like you see in the background for editing, or monitors like this, all the way up to buying Chris's Range Rover Sport using 2 of these cards. And I'll go through why we use 2 in a moment. So it's a fantastic way of earning a nice, return on those expenses. But also, it's also worth noting that you get paid that cash back in the CRO token, which is an appreciating asset, or potentially an appreciating asset, depending whether you're bull or bear. And what this basically means is you're able to basically accumulate a large amount of a cryptocurrency just through your everyday expenses, which is fantastic. Now, as we come on down here, there are multiple different tiers when it comes to these debit cards. Me and Chris, we actually have the 3%. This is the Royal Indigo and the Jade Green, and these are fantastic. We earn 3% cash back on all of our everyday expenses, right? We also get 100% rebate for the Spotify and 100% on Netflix subscriptions as well. But they do additional levels, right? The Midnight Blue requires 0 CRO tokens being staked and give you 1% cash back. So straight off the bat, you can sign up and you can get going with this card and earn 1% cash back on everything that you do. And if you have $400 worth of CRO that you'd like to get staked with Crypto.com, that'll actually give you a Ruby Steel. Now, the Ruby Steel gives you 2% cash back, which is fantastic, but it also gives you 100% cash back on your Spotify subscription as well. And again, those are paid in the CRO token, so that's fantastic. Obviously, we have the Royal Indigo and the Jade Green. These are the ones that myself and Chris use. We also get the airport lounges here as well, and obviously Spotify and Netflix. As you go up to the next level, well, I should say beforehand, that's $4,000 staked in order to get those. Frosted Rose Gold and Icy White, that's 40,000 USD staked in CRO tokens, gets you a 5% cash back, but you also get additional benefits like Amazon Prime at 100% rebate, a 10% rebate on Expedia. You get the airport lounges plus 1 guest. You get private Crypto.com, which would be fantastic if you're looking for a little bit more out of the space. You can earn bonus rewards and you get exclusive merch pack as well. Now, obviously, the top level, Obsidian, this is a $400,000 staking requirement for the CRO token. This gives you 8% cash back. You get all those benefits plus private jet partnership as well. So if you haven't yet done so, check out Crypto.com. There's a link in the description down below. If you do want one of these cards, by using that link below, you'll get a $25 bonus to get you going. Right, with all that said, done, and out of the way, let's jump on over to the charts and take a look at what's going on here with XRP. So here we can obviously see, some interesting kind of volatility that's been occurring. I want to go through this recent pullback, what's been going on here, and then get into really what's going on right now and what I expect to happen next. So as we can see, we had that crash pullback. This was the beginning of January, about January the 5th. We had the ABC up and then we had the ABC down. Nothing strange or unusual about that. We can follow this up again. We had another ABC just here. Again, nothing unusual. This is actually then gone into an impulsive, or what should have been an impulsive move down, right? We can see that really long C wave just there. Unfortunately, that was actually invalidated on the bounce, which is fantastic. So that keeps it as an ABC, but we saw this A, this B, and this C move. Now, this C C, but effectively went higher than the previous A wave, invalidating it. So it's not impulsive down. It was just an ABC correction, flash crash, get it over with. Again, you can also see that with those long wicks. Basically, the wicks coming down here, these basically indicate to you that the sellers are losing momentum. They're losing power, and the buyers are gaining momentum and gaining the power. And that's kind of what you see with those long wicks. So basically, we had that ABC up, good recovery from that little bit of a crash there. And then we pulled back down. Now, this is a really interesting kind of point I want to kind of highlight, and I'm going to grab a horizontal ray for it. Right in here, we have a double bottom. Now, that's obviously a bullish signal. But basically, we have our A wave, we have the B wave, and our C wave comes right back down to the A wave. Okay, so double bottom, completed the C wave being less than 1-to-1 ratio, and then we get this nice big boost to the upside. Big A wave, B wave, and a C wave. Nothing unusual about it. It wasn't impulsive in its nature. If I actually just grab hold of a fib there, you can see that we run this pretty normally. Nothing unusual about that. We overwicked the 1-to-1 ratio ever so slightly, but we didn't get up to the 1.382. So not impulsive up, but a pretty good strong move nonetheless. Okay. Then obviously we get into this kind of really sideways trade that's kind of going on right now, just holding strongly above that 75-cent zone. And we want to kind of analyze, what actually is going on here. There's a couple of moves here. Again, a double bottom just here, which should have been a bull signal, but it hasn't actually taken effect. So I'll grab hold of that and you can pop it there. You can see we had that here. Now, when we actually draw that out on the micro scale, on the hourly like we are right now, you can see that they had the A, the B, and then the C falling short here. And then we were looking for, an ABC to the upside, and there was a really, really small one. And this is basically where the sellers started to get a little bit more of the power to the market here. So small ABC, and then we have that bigger move down. Now, again, here we have this A, this B, and this really deep C wave. Now, that C wave is impulsive in its nature. And again, this can be measured by taking our A wave here, this A wave measurement, and going to throw that on here. You can see that we went right the way down to the 2.618, so really impulsive. But straight away, we invalidated it again. Okay, so this just shows you the power of the XRP community at this point, really preventing these down trends from really taking effect. You have these kind of corrective actions which are not really based, not trend based. They kind of show you the direction, but it's very choppy. But they're preventing the overall larger trend forming to the downside, which is good. So effectively, we had this A, this B, and then this impulsive move up. This is where then sellers got control again, and where we are right now. And here we can see that we have this this move to the downside, a B wave up, but we haven't had a C wave down lower, right? And that's the expectation here, is to actually see XRP potentially pull back down. Now, we're not looking for anything to go higher right now than 79.3. That's kind of where we see that limit. So what I'm seeing here is this A wave down, a B wave up, and what we're waiting for is a C wave down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that measurement just here of our A wave, move it over to our current high B wave area. And what we can do is we can see here would be the 1-to-1 ratio, and that support from the bull signal I said earlier, that double bottom, and that took us really nice and strongly to the upside. That actually is above the 1.382. So the expectation, if we're going to find anywhere, is a really good strong support line on a wick there at 73.06. But the 1-to-1 ratio, the most probable area that we're looking for a pullback to, is 74.2. Once that comes in, that should then trigger another A, B, and C move to the upside. Okay. Now, with that being said, there's a couple of micro moves in here that I think are also worth noting. Here we also have a very small A, and then a B, and then a deeper C wave. So we could argue that that is actually already complete, with this also being an ABC to the upside just here. A, B, and C. And then what we're really looking for now is more downside. And again, this comes in line with the bigger move and that I've already drawn up. But we have our A wave down, which would be here, our B wave coming up, which would be here, and our C wave coming down lower. Okay, so what we are looking for is downward trend. No matter how we want to kind of cut this on this smaller time frame, it looks like XRP needs to have a correction. I'm going to remove those smaller moves. I think the larger play is in hand here. So we are looking to kind of come back down and then continue that motion to the upside. So do expect some volatility on the smaller time frames overall here for XRP. And let's actually now take it up another level. Let's go up into our daily view and actually take a look look at, what we think's going on here. Obviously, there's some interesting kind of stuff, right? So, and when we actually zoom out a little bit, we can see, some interesting kind of moves overall. Now, I am expecting a big market pullback for anyone who's familiar with the channel. Here we could argue that we have a kind of a big A wave down. This could be our B wave up, and we are looking for a C wave down. So yeah, we are looking for downward action here for XRP, bringing it down probably a little bit lower than our A wave that was previously at about 59. We have good strong support down here at 51. So we are looking for that kind of action there to see how that one plays out. Now, obviously this kind of ties in with a bigger move, and if we actually move this up into our weekly, we can see here that we are potentially tracking down maybe even into a bit of an E wave at this point, so we can start to see a bit of a break to the upside. This is also something that's very possible, that there was our D, and we're actually now just waiting to finish with an E wave at the bottom here on our triangle. This could actually lead us into something pretty immense going further forward with XRP. So again, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm expecting pretty big things for XRP in 2022. The lawsuit with Ripple and the SEC kind of coming to conclusion. One way or another, we're going to see XRP perform, in my opinion. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, but I am reading the data here in the charts, and I'm thinking there's going to be some small time volatility on our daily chart, on our hourly chart. But overall, the bigger picture here with our weekly is actually looking pretty bullish as we look to continue the price discovery and price of recovery, and potentially, have some are set on new all-time highs here for XRP as that lawsuit comes to a bit of an end. So guys, I'm going to leave the video there. Hopefully you have found this video useful and informative. If you have, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then do go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.